welcome to the Pet Talk people. This is another one of our little Skype chats, and we're going to talk about Australia Day fireworks, New Year's Eve fireworks and thunderstorms with none other than the gorgeous Lee Jefferies from Pet Search. G'day, Lee.
Hi.
Now, who have you got in your lap there?
This is little Gemma. She's 13 years old now, and she's got no eyes due to a couple of reasons.
She's doing all right though, with no eyes.
Amazingly, better than I could ever have thought.
Well, we did a story a few months back, or late last year, with Monet, of course, and he had cataracts. And that was essentially, he was blind then, and he got around fine.
Yeah, well, she did have cataracts. She had one eye for a few years there, and then she developed cataracts and glaucoma in that, and ulcers, and it just got too much for her eye, and it was just having problems constantly. Yep. So she wasn't being able to see out of the eye anyway, and so may as well remove it and she not have any pain.
I noticed she's got a couple of tags on there, so we'll be talking about those in a minute. But Pet Search, tell us all about Pet Search. How did you get started, and what got you started on something so valuable for pet owners?
Well, Pet Search has been around for 22 years now, and I've only been here for a bit over 8. I actually came to Pet Search after Pet Search found my friend's lost dog for her. And we said, wow, this is great. You know, it was so successful in terms of finding her dog. Let's help out. And so we started as volunteers in the office, and then subsequently came up an offer to take over Pet Search. So it was a natural thing to just do because we love the business so much. My friend encouraged me to take it over, so I did.
Good on you. Now, I happen to have found some vision from a show called Talk to the Animals. I think it was on Channel 10 originally and then on Channel 9. So you look pretty busy there. It's a little different hairstyle. You got the glasses on and the pink fingernails.
I had eye surgery too, so...
Listen, it's coming up to, I guess we'll call it fireworks season again. We've had the New Year's Eve fireworks, but we've also got Australia Day fireworks and, of course, thunderstorms coming up. And we know for a fact, because we run Boomerang ID, as you know, we know for a fact that a lot of pets are going to get out. And apart from keeping the pets contained, what's the first thing you should do if you find your pet is missing, if it's gone missing when you come home from firework night?
Well, the first thing is to actually do a bit of a door knock, because... thankfully, a lot of the lost pets are found not far from home, often in a neighbour's yard or in a neighbour's house where they're holding on to them. So start with a door knock. A lot of people make the mistake of just jumping in the car and driving around almost never ever finds a pet. But talking to people and door knocking does, and it might not get your pet home directly, but it can definitely give you information. So it can give you leads that you can then work on.
And you mentioned in a Facebook post recently about having a photo of your pet. I mean, I've got lots of photos of our pets, and we encourage people on Boomerang ID to do the same. I'll just show you one. Is this a suitable photo? This is a little Chica here with some sunnies on.
I'd love to see her eyes.
So that's not a good enough photo?
Oh, no. We could use that, but honestly, I'd love to see her eyes. People connect with eyes, so that would be
terrific.
Great.
So what kind of photo? Now, you've got some lost pet, lost dog posters, and you're talking about when people, and we'll talk about how people can get involved in your service in a minute, but tell us about your posters. Where do they go and how do they get distributed?
Yeah, so our posters have been designed on a few different levels. So involving marketing, because that's at the end of the day what you're doing is you're trying to market your lost pet poster to get people involved helping you. And it's also been designed with human psychology in terms of motivation and convincing techniques to get people to hand your dog back, particularly in stolen pet cases. But overall, it has a higher readership than most other lost pet posters. So, the more people you have reading it, the higher chance you have.
I notice on pretty well every lost dog, lost pet poster, lost cat, lost rabbit, there is a reward. Does it have to be a significant amount? Wouldn't people, want to give a pet back just because they thought it was the right thing to do?
Yeah, you're very right. It doesn't have to be a large amount at all. And in actual fact, the reason for inclusion of reward is in market research, it's actually expected to be on there by people. So people expect to see the words reward, but when you ask them whether they expect to get anything at the end of the day, the answer is no, but they do expect to see it on the poster. So interesting little thing there, and a lot of people do make the mistake of putting things like even $10,000-$20,000
Wow.
rewards. That's the motivation. But I definitely advise against that. First of all, it has never worked, and secondly, it can be actually quite dangerous.
Well, I would imagine if someone saw a $20,000 reward, there's the opportunity there for someone to do a little bit of extortion.
There is, and every now and again that does
Yep.
happen to people, unfortunately. But we're kind of think along the lines of what we know our clients have experienced, and there are other criminals out there that will take advantage of people offering large rewards that don't have anything to do with their pet, and will try and perform other criminal activities on their house or on their family as a result of a large reward
Right.
like that.
Now, we're looking at some of the vision of from Talk to the Animals, and I noticed there's some birds there. Are they a significant part of the pets that go missing?
They are, and more and more. It's actually incredible. In the last year, we've searched for the same amount of birds as we have done cats, which is a change. You know, more and more people are owning birds and falling in love with them. So when they go missing, it's just as equally heartbreaking as a dog or a cat.
Okay, so if a pet goes missing, in the first instance, go door knocking. Make sure the pet hasn't gone next door, particularly dogs and cats, or if it's under a neighbour's house. In the next instance, what should they be doing? If they haven't got a collar and tag on, or even if they do, should they be calling you? Should they be calling Boomerang ID? What should they do?
Yeah, well, I would definitely advise talking to a pet detective, because then you want to know from there that you're going to get your techniques right. Because we do deal with a lot of cases where owners have done damage to their search, whether it be through saying the wrong thing on posters and increasing their pet's value to somebody else without realising it, or even, you know, annoying their neighbours because they've door knocked multiple times and their neighbours no longer want anything to do to help. So definitely get some advice, and good advice. There are a lot of well-meaning people out there that will tell people, "I'll give up, it's gone," or go and search, you know, 2 kilometres away. But a lot of that advice, even though it's well-meaning, is bad. So definitely talk to our pet detectives. That's what we're here for. And we talk to a lot of people and just give them some advice initially, and they often get their pet home without anything further.
Fantastic advice. And we've heard all about Pet Search, and of course, this is just a huge plug for your wonderful service. But what about Boomerang ID? Have you heard of them?
Oh, have I ever? I have 2 dogs here, and they both have all their Boomerang ID. You probably can't see Mark.
I noticed that. You probably just put them on this morning.
So they have their Boomerang ID tags on, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to lose my pet and not get them back when I'm searching for everybody else.
Look, thanks, Lee. And I think it is just giving people options. You know, microchips are great, but you and I both know that, and it's a topic for another day, I guess, that there are big issues with microchips. Number one, you know, public can't scan them, and number two, half of them are out of date anyway. And number three, I don't think half the people have got them even registered. So that's something we'll leave for another day. Lee Jefferies from Pet Search, petsearch.com.au. Thank you very much, and I hope you don't have too much of a busy time around Australia Day fireworks.
Yeah, I hope not. I always wish for a quiet one.
Alrighty, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining us on the Pet Talk People. See ya.
Thanks, Brian.